I was in a stable relationship with a girl who was my life. She had chubby legs and elbow hair. I dreamed she'd be my wife. But she dumped me on a Wednesday, left me heartbroken in a ditch. But I think I know what happened that turned my whore into a bitch. The deep state made my girlfriend leave me. Those cunts did it again. She got a payoff from the government, and now she's seeing other men. Why they do this to me, I have no idea why. They did a psyop on my girlfriend to make her go fuck other guys. This has happened like 1,000 times, and it's gotten pretty old. These bitches keep on leaving me because they are mind control. The elite have focused in on me, putting chemtrails in the air. They steal away my girlfriend using cognitive warfare. The deep state made my girlfriend leave me. Those cunts did it again. She got brainwashed by the government to go chase after other men. Why they do this to me, I have no idea why. They did a psyop on my girlfriend to make her sleep with other guys. I know it's the Rothschild family, they're watching me with drones. I don't have evidence, but I feel it in my bones. All I want is a girlfriend, is that really much to ask? These cock-block fucking globalists can kiss my goddamn ass. The deep state made my girlfriend leave me. Those cunts did it again. My love life has been sabotaged by a shadow government. Why they do this to me, I have no idea why. They did a psyop on my girlfriend to make her sleep with other guys.
What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. I'm going to read through a schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. We're going to start out with a video titled Trump Administration Changed Out-of-Office Emails to Slam Democrats, Staffers Claim. They're all bent out of shape. They're trying to get the Trump administration for the Hatch Act, saying that it's not okay that they're bashing Democrats for causing the shutdown. Then we got a video titled Statue of Trump and Epstein Reappears Outside of U.S. Capitol in D.C. days after it was removed. I don't know, it's just shitheads being shitheads. Then we got a video titled Unhinged and Unserious. Jeffries says Trump knows he caused the shutdown. This Hakeem Jeffries continuing to battle it out with President Trump, crying over memes again. We're going to play the meme that he's crying about, of course. Then we got a video titled Pete Hegseth announces deadly strike on narco trafficking vessel. We hit another boat. And I guess we are technically at war with these narco terrorists. I looked it up because in this video, they're going to be claiming that we're at war. And I didn't hear anything about a declaration of war, but they're taking Trump's truth post as the declaration of war, I guess. That was an official announcement that we were at war. I don't know. I Googled it, and that's what it claims. So we're at war, I guess. Then we got a video titled Apple takes down ICE tracking apps after DOJ pressure. They're talking about this app called ICE Block. We covered it when it first came out. People were able to anonymously post sightings of ICE and stuff like that, but the federal government's saying that people are using it to put ICE in danger because of the shooting that happened, and then also that they are helping the app itself is helping illegals evade federal law enforcement. So it seems that Apple is taking it down. I actually went and looked on the Android store because they don't mention it in the video. Now I can't find the app on the Android store, so I don't know if it was never there or if it's already been taken down, but that's that. Then we got our midlife break or funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Simply Witchy, and it's titled Schumer Siesta. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled Diddy Returns to Court for Sentencing. I don't know if he's already been sentenced or what. I'll check on it in a little bit because he's supposed to be sentenced today, but when I had put this on the schedule, he wasn't sentenced yet. So we may play that video just for its context, and then maybe we'll have an additional video talking about the sentencing. I'll check in a little bit. Then we got a video titled Man Convicted of Killing Kentucky 6-year-old Boy Released on Parole. This is a doubly. We got two videos for this. The first one is giving us a summary about the guy. He went and killed this 6-year-old back in 2015. He was sentenced in 2018. He was supposed to serve 20 years. Instead, he served 7, and now he's out on parole right now. The second video is Indiana man convicted in deadly stabbing of 6-year-old Kentucky boy released from prison. The second video gives us a couple more details, and then we also get to hear from the family of the 6-year-old because this guy broke into their house, killed the little boy, and was fucking everybody up pretty much. Then we got a video titled At Least 5 Arrested in Clashes with Federal Agents Outside of Broadview ICE Facility. This has to do with the softies out there crying outside of the detention center in Illinois. It seems to be like the morning crew or whatever. At night it doesn't seem to be spicy, but in the morning time they seem to show up and face off with ICE. They also mentioned Kristi Noem doing a presser there or whatever and trying to say that she's just doing that for a photo op and whatever. But then I saw somebody post this video in Discord, I think, showing Kristi Noem being prevented from entering a police station. Now, I guess she was just trying to use the bathroom or something, but apparently the authority in Chicago do not respect Kristi Noem. They were preventing her from entering the building. I believe the building is, state or federal or whatever, but they wouldn't let her in. Then for the last little bit of the news, we got at least 5 arrested or detained after multiple fights break out in Portland ICE facility. This is just Antifa facing off with the ICE agents in Portland. That's not even really breaking news. That happens every single day, and it has since the lockdowns. But now, the White House has been putting the spotlight on it. So now it's becoming a part of the news. I still don't think things are going to change there because they got to change the leadership. The leadership's the problem. It's not about arresting these guys. It's the leadership. Then we'll begin in the fun stuff. We'll be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Beck Frank. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Tiger Jaw, and it's titled Baby Couldn't Believe It. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and it's titled You've Been Betrayed, Young Man. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Turbo? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Zero? What's up, Matt Rogers? What's up, Russell? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Hair Juicer? And what's up, Guess Some? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? MU, you were first today. Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you racing in the chat, MU. What's up, Jagula? What's up, Kicks? What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Let me see. What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Neighbor Guy? Happy freedom. What's up, H Bick? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Colty? Happy freedom. Colty, I got your email. I will have to figure out something. I didn't realize you were going to contact me about contacting you. I thought you were going to give me information, but we'll see. I'll write you back probably after the voice chat today. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Patriot Dad? What's up, Boosted Flames? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Go ahead and hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page of Rumble. Thank you, MU. I appreciate you. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Neighbor Guy, you are omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Meta? Happy freedom. What's up, Kung Fu? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Starn? Matt Rogers, you're truly omnipresent. Appreciate you. Neighbor Guy, you are truly omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Tony Rich? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone over on the Goof Tube? What's up, Proud Patriot Girlie? You were first over here. Mana, happy freedom to you. Let me see. What's up, Agent O? Happy freedom to you. And then my chat just reset. What's up, Mike Ingalls? Matt Rogers, truly omnipresent. What's up, Toy Mafia? What's up, Christine? What's up, Dirtbike Freedom? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Let me see. Neighbor guy, you are truly omnipresent. What's up, Andy? What's up, Drob? Cheeky Chops, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Mr. Coffee? What's up, Leon? Happy freedom. Russell, you are omnipresent. What's up, John? Happy freedom to you. You hooligans are welcome. Hit that like button over on the commie platform as well. And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. All right, let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we'll be starting with this first video titled Trump Administration Changed Out of Office Emails to Slam Democrats. These staffers claim, I don't know if that was after they were getting their back door blown in or what, because you know how these staffers are. But either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, we have these Hooligan Strong t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, polar hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags, and we've made steel tumblers out of this design. Today I got on the Stars and Stripes hooligan badge. We got lots of items and lots of designs over in the merch store. I'll be dropping all the links in the chats while we're watching this first video. Once again, this is Trump administration changed out of office emails to slam Democrats, says the staffers.
Government websites are turning into Trump administration billboards blasting Democrats for the latest shutdown. The White House is catching heat for that move. Watchdog groups like Public Citizen filed a complaint this week. They say agencies, including the Small Business Administration and Housing and Urban Development, broke the Hatch Act. That's the law barring federal workers from political campaigning on the job. The banners and emails don't mention elections outright, but critics call them partisan hits anyway. Take HUD's red banner. It accuses the, quote, radical left of shutting down the government to force a $1.5 trillion wish list. The SBA's site ramps it up. It claims Democrats are blocking funds and hurting 320 small businesses a day. Even out-of-office emails of the Department of Education got tweaked without some employees okay to bash Senate Democrats. House Oversight Democrats, led by Ranking Member Robert Garcia, fired off a letter Thursday. They want an investigation into using taxpayer money for GOP talking points. HUD Secretary Scott Turner fights back. He says it's not propaganda, just facts on Democrats' irresponsible actions in Congress. Republicans point out Biden's team did similar blame games, and they argue it skirts the Hatch Act by skipping election talk. All this blew up after talks tanked Wednesday. The fight? A clean funding bill versus Democrats' bid to extend Obamacare premium credits. As fingers fly, ethics watchdogs warn government sites shouldn't be partisan playgrounds.
Anyways, my bad about the damn shirt being on the screen. You didn't miss anything. It was just a slideshow anyways. But either way, they're saying that the advertisements that are out there being on federal websites and emails and wherever you can find them, they're claiming that this is going against the Hatch Act. They're all stating that the Dems are causing the government shutdown, and I don't know what's wrong with that because that's what's actually happening. So I don't really understand how that's a part of the Hatch Act, and it probably isn't. It's, you know, just Dems crying. The Republicans should say it's free speech. That's what they should do, because every time the Democrats get in trouble for anything, they just claim it's free speech. So Republicans should just come out and be like, nah, it's free speech. I'd take this a lot more seriously if the Dems actually did anything legitimate. But after the last 4 years that we all just went through with KJP and everyone calling Trump a dictator and Hitler and everything else, and even putting propaganda directly in our mailboxes, I really don't take this serious at all. This just doesn't fucking matter to me. So what that they're putting big red banners up saying the Democrats are causing a government shutdown? If the Democrats weren't causing a government shutdown, then maybe, you know, that would matter. But they are. So why does it matter? It doesn't matter, but the Dems are squirming. We're going to get right into this next video because it's really quick. It's titled Statue of Trump and Epstein Reappears Outside of U.S. Capitol in D.C. days after it was removed. I think this is also who ever made the statue of like the Pelosi desk that had the shit on it, the like poop emoji or whatever. I think it's the same people, because where the words are, everything looks almost identical as back when that was put up. But either way, we're going to run this really quick and then we'll go ahead and hop in the chat.
Sir? If it wasn't for Anna, we never would know that. No, I'm joking. How did I tweet?
Ben. Oh. Yeah, I got it. Need to go to like F44.
Okay, so nothing too crazy there. I don't even really think it looks like them, but whatever. Somebody's out there wasting their money on that nonsense. Doesn't bother me at all. It's just like the Pelosi desk out there with the shit emojis. It was talking about J6ers or whatever. It's nonsense. I'm glad somebody's got money to burn on that crap. Either way, next up, Unhinged and Unserious Jeffries says Trump knows that he caused the shutdown. Hakeem Jeffries crying in this interview. They also bring up more AI videos and stuff, and they're kind of smoking him right to his face, which is nice and funny. He cries a little bit, but then this is a doubly. We're going to play the actual AI video that President Trump, not only did President Trump post this video making fun of Hakeem Jeffries, but he pinned it on X. It's his pinned video at the top of his feed, which is hilarious. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the stupid statue in D.C., as well as them trying to say the Trump administration is breaking the Hatch Act because, well, they're just putting banners on everything, letting everybody know it's the Democrats' fault that the government shut down. Like I said, hopping in the chat. Zero, somebody's got too much money. Yeah, I agree. Russell, it's a disgrace. Yeah, it's a bunch of nonsense. Zero, is that the spot where the Nancy desk with the poop emoji was on it? I don't know if it's the same location, but like I was saying, the little panels, the plaques that got the words on it, they look exactly like the one that was the Pelosi desk. What's up, Nana? Happy freedom. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, whatever happened to penny candy? I've never seen penny candy before. What's up, Ghostly? Happy freedom. Patriot Dad, I'm enjoying the shutdown. I don't have to deal with those overpaid, underworked assholes. It's great. Sounds fantastic, Patriot Dad. What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy freedom. Plus, Quack, they hate the truth. That's why. Yeah, and sticking it on a red banner is really burning them up. Colty, Rumble's fumbling today. What's Rumble doing today? What's up, Jay White? Happy freedom. Jay White, you got the grill going? What are you cooking today? Plasquack, we should make statues of Dems kneeling. We should make statues of Democrats tearing children apart. Like, they want to raise real awareness. We could absolutely do that. The problem is people don't like being as honest as I am. So, Watchman, happy freedom to you. Have a good day, Meta. Thank you for stopping in. Be safe out there. What's up, Faith? Happy freedom to you. It's so hot today. Leon, Trump better use this to fire woke idiots in the government. They're saying it's supposed to be up to thousands being laid off and fired and stuff. We'll see how it goes. What's up, Independent? Happy freedom. What's up, Donnie Brooklyn? Happy freedom to you. I was wondering if the chat was working on X. It seems that Rumble Studio got that fixed. Jay, wait, you got barbecue chicken today? It sounds so good. Kevin, we can make statues of statues. That's right, we could. We should show them. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we got another doubly. This is Unhinged and Unserious Jeffries says Trump knows that he caused the shutdown. Again, he's going to be crying about memes, and we're going to play the meme afterwards.
Part of these negotiations.
Because it's not that big of a deal. Poor Democrats, they can't even handle the memes. Go ahead and hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Part of these negotiations apparently feature AI-themed videos that President Trump is sending out of you. One the other day, in which you're featuring wearing a sombrero and a mustache, and you alongside Senator Schumer saying, things that you did not actually say. And then one posted overnight where President Trump, with a Trump 2028 hat, which he did actually have on his desk in your meeting with him, he threw it in this video on your head and laughed. Can you just talk to us about what that meeting was like with the President of the United States, and what is your response to these antics here at a moment when the government is shut down?
Well, it's further confirmation that Republicans are the ones who were clearly determined to shut the government down, because everything that President Trump has done subsequent to Monday has been unhinged and unserious. In fact, Donald Trump is in the Presidential Witness Protection Program. No one can find him when it comes to the government shutdown issue, because he knows he's responsible for having caused it. And the behavior, the erratic behavior that we've seen, is further confirmation of that unfortunate fact. Yet, as Democrats, Leader Schumer, myself, House Democrats, Senate Democrats, we've been clear. Listen, we'll sit down in good faith. We need to reopen the government in this Trump Republican government shutdown, and we can find a bipartisan path toward a spending agreement. But that spending agreement has to actually meet the needs of the American people in terms of their health, their safety, and their economic well-being, particularly as it relates to driving down the high cost of living and lowering health care costs, as opposed to driving millions of Americans into medical bankruptcy because of the Republicans' refusal to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits.
Okay, Hakeem Jeffries reading loudly about President Trump. I'm gonna get this meme pulled up. I like how he got smoked right to his face. He's like, oh yeah, he made this meme, and you look like shit in this meme. I don't know if you've seen it, but you don't look very good in this meme. Did you know that? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, that's great. So anyways, we're gonna play the meme really quick. Like I said, this is pinned on Trump's X account. This is his top post on the page here. This is the meme he was crying about. Yes. So funny. I don't know why he's crying about that stupid stuff. They can't meme back, so I guess that's the thing, is they can't meme back. Either way, next up we got Pete Hegseth announces deadly strike on narco trafficking vessel. It seems that we struck another boat. They're gonna be talking about how we're at war and all this other stuff. I don't know. I feel like if we're at war, why don't we just go complete the mission here instead of waiting for, hitting one boat at a time? That seems silly to me. But either way, that's what's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Hakeem Jeffries crying his little eyes out. Here, Juicer92 here, almost no work, and the fuckers won't let me leave. I'm getting pizza and fucking off for lunch until quitting time. Sounds right here, Juicer. It's a good way to spend a Friday. Get some pizza. Snooksy has lipstick on. It could be. Unless he was using teeth on his boyfriend. Russell, Trump has been playing mariachi music in the Rose Garden and the press room. That's hilarious, Russell. What's up, Alistair? Happy freedom? Left memes are just not funny. Yeah. Showing pictures of dead babies. They're like, did I do it right? Like, no. No, you didn't, Pat. Sorry. Patriot Dad hand talking Timu Obama. Mm-hmm. What's up, Major? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Lone Wolf? Happy freedom to you. What's up, J-Dog? Happy freedom. What's up, my feed? What's up, Cass? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Killer J? Happy freedom to you. Guess who? Why does Hakeem look like he has lipstick on? I don't know. I didn't really notice that when I screened the video. He's playing dress up before the interview. Cheeky Chops, you're going to take a vacation to Tel Aviv. Where is that? Hope you have a good time, Cheeky Chops. Leon, what shade of lip stain is his brother wearing? That's how it goes. What's up, JC? Happy freedom to you. Down in Brooklyn, the American people are doing just fine with a closed government. They're still getting taxed. Yeah. Yup. Zero Master Troller. Yeah, President Trump got them in their little feelings. What's up, Minnesota? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, Pete Hegseth announces deadly strike on narco trafficking vessel. It appears that we've taken out another drug boat. But first, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up.
We have break.
See how the war is going. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
We have breaking news. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announcing that the U.S. has launched a deadly strike on a, quote, narco trafficking vessel this morning. It comes as President Trump told Congress just this week that the U.S. is in a, quote, armed conflict with drug cartels. We want to bring in NBC's Courtney Kube. Courtney, what more can you tell us about this? And we know there's controversy surrounding these kinds of moves.
Yeah, bipartisan criticism about the legal justification for these strikes, which, as you mentioned, came in the form of this confidential memo delivered by the Trump administration to Congress. It specifically was referencing one of the strikes on September 15th that killed what are now known, according to the Trump administration, as narco terrorists. Now, we heard this morning from just moments ago, actually, from Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth saying that at the president's order, he has directed another strike on yet another boat that the U.S. claims is not only carrying a large amount of drugs, but is also carrying what they are now calling these narco terrorists. Now, according to the tweet or the social media posting from the secretary, 4 individuals were killed, and they posted some video of that strike. Now, it comes again after Congress was notified that not only are they now designating these cartels as terrorist organizations, but they are now considering any action by the cartels, these specific terrorist, the so-called designated terrorist organizations, as a direct attack on the United States. Essentially, Chris, with this confidential memo to the Hill, the U.S. is declaring that they are at war with these cartels. This was, again, a legal justification for it, but it was met with a lot of criticism and more questions from members of Congress who are asking for more specifics about this legal justification. For the White House, though, they are saying that it is fully within the president's rights to carry out these sorts of actions under the law of armed conflict.
Okay. Well, we'll see what this turns into. Because supposedly it's the real deal. It's an actual war. That's why we can use the military against these guys. I wonder when it's going to change from taking out random drug boats to actually, like, being on land. Because you're never going to stop the problem by just taking out boats. The boats come from somewhere, right? And so, like, we'd have to deal with where they come from in order to actually solve the problem. I doubt we're going to just be wasting tax doll hairs just taking out a boat here and there. There's got to be a step 2. There's got to be a next thing that's coming. And so, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Next up, we got Apple takes down ICE tracking apps after DOJ pressure. This is because of the shooting that happened. The shooter was using the ICE, I don't know if it was ICE Block specifically, but he was using an ICE tracking app in order to track them. And then they also talk about how illegals are using the ICE tracking apps in order to evade federal authorities. So they're putting pressure on Apple to get them to take the apps off the store, and apparently the big one, Ice Block, has just been removed, but Apple has not made a statement about it. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this deadly strike on a narco trafficking vessel. They're saying that we are at an armed conflict with these narco terrorists, and that we had just did another deadly strike against a drug boat. MSNBC claiming we are at war. Hopping in the chat. What's up, Annette? Happy freedom to you. What are you guys having for supper, Annette? Zero, nobody complained when Reagan did war on drugs. I think it was Reagan. I don't know who did it, but yeah, I don't know. Dems, they're going to cry no matter what you do. Holy, guess some. Holy, guess some. Yep. I knew it. You were right, guess some. He was wearing lipstick. A little eyeshadow. A little eyeshadow goes a long way. Happy freedom to you, Simply Witchy. Thank you so much, Snooks, for that $50 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Snooks. Thank you so much for the support, and thank you for everything you do for all of us, Snooks. It says much respect to you, Jeff, always, and I love the Hooligan family. Hugs. Thank you, Snooks. Really appreciate you. Minnesota nuke lands. That's the war. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to see nukes and stuff, but like I said, they're not going to solve the problem by taking out drug boats. Like, it's good that it's sort of good. It's good that they're preventing drugs from coming here, but they'll never solve the problem doing that. The drug boats are a symptom. So, Shroomish, happy freedom. Might not be a phase 2, no phase 2 in the South Park episode, nor a phase 2 in the Epstein files from Scam Bondi. Yeah, but I don't know what that has to do with shooting drug boats, because really it's a waste of money. It is. If say they didn't treat the problem right, it would just be a waste of money taking out these drug boats. You're just constantly preventing them from reaching shore, but you're never stopping them from getting in the boat in the first place. What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom. Thank you so much, Ramsey, for that $2 donation over on Rumble. You're a badass, Ramsey. Thank you. I wonder what all those drugs will do to the fish. Just, drug addict fish. Don't read about the fish here in Lake Michigan, and you'll be happier. Because if it ain't the drugs, it's the damn microplastics and pollution and everything else, the fucking mercury. I don't know how people eat fish at this point, but either way, thank you so much, Ramsey. Really appreciate you. Jay Wait, stock up. Hookers and cocaine is going to get expensive. Yeah, I'm thinking so. Minnesota will be the martial law everyone knows about. I don't know if we'll actually get martial law. I know the Dems are worried about it. Russell High Fish, yeah. Fish overdose has increased by 300% over the last year. How do you administer Narcan to a fish? It'd be alright. What's up, Uj? Happy freedom? I'm doing alright. How are you doing? What's up, Rich? Happy freedom? JC, I think they're just sending a message. I was feeling that way until they declared it as war. If we're at war, then I would think we're there to accomplish something. But maybe I'm wrong. What's up, Corey Luca? Happy freedom. Oh, I watched the music video today. I did do that, Corey Luca. It's like 6.5 minutes. What is that music called? Like, what is the proper genre of that? All this high fish talk makes me think of the South Park Kanye West episode where they kept saying he was a gay fish. I don't know. That's all I'm thinking about now. Either way, moving forward, Apple takes down ICE tracking apps after DOJ pressure. Now, this is a step in the right direction. Now, Apple hasn't said anything. They don't want to talk about it because they were hosting an app that was hurting federal agents and helping illegals evade ICE. And so there's that. But either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube. And let's get into this.
All right, welcome back. I'm Austin Westfall. Let's get to some tech news. We're learning from Fox Business that Apple is dropping Ice Block. It's a widely used tracking tool that's on its App Store. The Department of Justice has raised concerns with the big tech giant that the app is putting law enforcement officers at risk. DOJ officials, at the direction of Attorney General Pam Bondi, asked Apple to take down Ice Block. It's a move that comes as Trump administration officials have claimed the tool, which allows users to anonymously report ICE agents' presence, puts agents in danger and helps shield illegal immigrants. We are hearing from Attorney General Bondi. She said that she's reached out to Apple today, demanding that they remove the app from their App Store. Bondi also saying that Ice Block is designed to put ICE agents at risk for doing their jobs, and violence against law enforcement is an intolerable red line, she says, that cannot be crossed. We're also hearing that, and you know what? I have yet to see any official response from Apple. I should make that abundantly clear, that as of the time that we're giving this report, I have not seen any direct statements from Apple. Again, Fox Business says that controversy surrounding ICE tracking apps intensified after last month's deadly shooting at an ICE field office in Dallas. It's the latest in a series of attacks that appeared to be targeting immigration enforcement officers. We do hear that Pam Bondi says that the Department of Justice will continue making every effort to protect federal law enforcement officers who risk their lives every day to keep Americans safe. Again, for those unfamiliar, this app is called Ice Block, and Apple has now dropped it from their App Store after the Department of Justice raised concerns with Apple that the app was putting law enforcement officers at risk. If we do get any official response from Apple, we'll be sure to bring that to you as soon as we hear anything.
Okay, well, he seems a little upset that he can't track ICE anymore. He'll be okay, though. Next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today, it was provided by Simply Witchy, and it's titled Schumer Siesta. It's coming up next, but first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Apple taking down this ICE tracking app. They're saying that Pam Bondi told Apple to remove the app, Ice Block, because it helps illegals evade and put feds in danger. Apple removed the app, but has not given a response. And like I had mentioned earlier, I went to the Android App Store on my phone to see what kind of ICE tracking apps I could find, and I couldn't find anything. So I don't know if there ever was anything on Android, but it doesn't seem like there is now. Just give me a second here. I want to try to change something. Let me see. Sure, we'll do that. Write a little CSS while I'm live. Why not? Anyways, reading through the chat, like I said, next up, we got our midlife break. Russell, apple sucks. Apple pie is good, though. That's right, Russell. That's right. Nothing beats fur pie, though. Russell, Ice Block should have never been allowed. Yeah, it's, I don't know. You don't see, like, hooker tracking apps or drug dealer tracking apps or anything like that. I don't know. I wonder how much money they made off of it. Thank you so much, Ramsey, for that $2 donation over on Rumble. Thank you so much, Ramsey. Really appreciate you. It says like, share, and repost, or you can go sit on your giant green dildo. That's right, Ramsey. Thank you so much for the support. Holy. Thank you so much, Guess Some, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Guess Some. Thank you so much for the support. It says, towards shipping costs when you die from the spider bite, send me Klaus. I mean, Klaus is hefty. I don't know if $5 is going to cover it, but I'll try. Thank you so much, Guess Some. Really appreciate you. Kix, does it have to be green? Kix, you can read, okay? You can read. It's got to be green, I guess. I didn't write the rules. I just read them out loud. That's all I know. Shroomish, iPods were the only Apple thing I'd buy. Those things were groundbreaking. An iPod? Holy crap, it's been a long time since I've seen that. I had one of the old iPods. I don't remember which one I had, though. The one that was like a fucking brick. It was made out of metal, and it had like the circle. You could circle the thing. I don't know. I traded some stuff for it. I had some things that somebody wanted, and all they had was a little iPod Touch thing, and they gave me that, and that was okay. It was okay. You guys remember MP3 players? I used to have that shit with me all the time. Even before that, I used to have CD players. Getting old. Klaus Daniels will never know. Tony Rez's hooker app is called Craigslist. That's right. In Canada, I heard it's called the Back Pages, but yep. Cass, back to driving. Well, be safe, Cass. Cass had enough of the green dildo talk. That's enough of that. Lone Wolf, I think I still have my original Napster t-shirt. See, that kind of stuff should be worth money because people don't even realize. You know, these young kids out here, they don't know about pirating content. Keep it salty. Yeah, I know that reporter is soft. Like I was saying, he sounds like he's all bent out of shape. He can't track ice anymore. Minnesota Apple causing problems since iPhone. Yep. I don't like Apple stuff. They kind of have a monopoly on things. They like force all their users to pay extra for goofy phone chargers or pay extra for the stupid ear pods and all this stuff. They're always doing stuff. They put out tech, and then you got to buy more of their tech in order to use what you already purchased to its full advantage. And that's bullshit. Plus, Crack, who remembers the Walkman or the Discman? Yeah, that's what I had. I remember when I first started carrying a CD player, they didn't have the skip protection. Because remember that? You'd have to hold it flat. Otherwise, it would skip. Your CD would skip and stuff. I probably still have mine somewhere. I don't get rid of anything. Why is it asking me to pin this message? There we go. Rich, 95 out with a heat index of 101. Holy, stay cool out there. Is it supposed to be hot? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm always sweating my ass off when I'm doing the live, but you guys are making me think it's actually hot outside. What's up, Chad? Happy Freedom. Corey Luca, did you watch the end where he talked to his dad? Touching, I believe. They're alone in the music description. Guitar solos, sad stuff. Doesn't follow any metal type. I wasn't sure what it is. I wasn't sure if it was metal or if it was like rock opera because it's so long. The songs being 6 minutes long is crazy. It's like dubstep is like that. I didn't see the end though. I'll have to go back and watch the end, Corey Luca. But I did watch like the first 3.5 minutes of it. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy Freedom. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Mr. Lynn, I'm old enough to remember when all them things were invented. Yep. JC, who remembers the Telegram? We got Telegram. Just gotta check that link tree. Snooks, you're a young kid. Not on the inside, I'm not. I'm an old man. I'm about 85 on the inside. Zero Zune. Yeah, I used to have a Zune. Pictured at a cassette Walkman. Yeah. I didn't have a Walkman. I had a Walkman when I was little, but I was too young to even have musical preference when I had it. It was just something I was kind of screwing around with, figuring it out. But I did have a Talkboy, like they had in like the Home Alone movies, where you could like record in one end and then it had a speaker on the other end. And me and my friend Brandon used to sit there and make stupid skits and shit. That was the introduction into my music career. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today was provided by Simply Witchy, and it's titled Schumer Siesta. It's coming up next, but first we got to do an ad read because we're still doing the premium creator program over on Rumble. So let's find an ad to read. We're going to read this ad out. All right, we're good to go. If you're done letting big tech decide what you see, you need to check out Pickaxe. This is an anti-algorithm, anti-censorship platform built for creators. No algorithm. What is that word? Algorithmically manipulated feeds, no data harvesting, and zero tolerance for digital gatekeeping. Real voices are already building there. The Vigilant Fox, Children's Health Defense, Naomi Wolf, Ann Vandersteel, Shannon Joy, Sergeant Report, Red Pill, and they're all on Pickaxe. You can write articles, auto-publish your Rumble videos, which are playable in the news feed, and as soon And soon you'll be able to blast out full email newsletters to your followers. Monetize how you want, paywalls, affiliate links, revenue sharing, it's all built in. Free verification with blue check, referral perks, total control. If you're serious about declaring your independence from big tech and experience true freedom, freedom of speech, and freedom of reach, this is the platform. Check it out at pickaxe.com and set up your account today. They need to rewrite that ad. That is wordy as fuck. And I cannot say that one word. Algorithm. I can't even say it. I can't even say it's seminin. It might as well have been seminin. Seminin. You know, they put it on cookies. Either way. Yeah. Glad we did that. Let's get into our funny video. Shit. I'm glad I made 40 cents off of that. That was not worth it. Come on. Goofy ass ad. By the way, we got all that and even more over at jeffmaclive.com, so you go ahead and do that. Either way, midlife break funny video, like I said, is provided by Simply Witchy, and today it's titled Schumer Siesta.
Hola, mi fellow Americanos, y bienvenidos al cierre de Schumer. That means welcome to the Schumer shutdown. We call it the Schumer siesta, right? It's the Schumer siesta. He put the government on siesta, crying Chuck. And El Hakimo Jefe Jeffries, we used to call him Dollar Store Obama, till we realized he's worth far less than $1. But they put the government on siesta to give illegal aliens your health care. We're not going to let it happen. I looked at both of them. I said, we're not going to let it happen. It's no bueno. I said, it's no bueno. They begged me. They said, but senor, por favor, please give illegal aliens the health care. I said, we're not going to do it. We're never going to do it. It's not going to happen. And they're also very upset about our big, beautiful sombreros. You look at them. These are the greatest sombreros the world has ever seen. We really have the best sombreros, and everybody wants one except Crying Chuck and El Hakimo Jefe Jeffries. They don't want one, but they're going to wear one when all is said and done. We're going to end the siesta. We're going to reopen the government, and we will not give in to the demands of Chuck and El Jefe. We're not going to do that. Thank you. God bless you. Dio lo bendiga, and God bless America. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Yes. What's really funny is President Trump posted that video on X as well. I don't know if that's where Simply Witchy found it, but I think it's hilarious watching President Trump post AI videos and making fun of Dems and stuff like that. It's awesome. It's what I voted for. Either way, next up we got Diddy returns to court for sentencing. I'm going to look this up really quick because it is almost 6 o'clock, so I wonder if he's been sentenced. Because in this video, it was just talking about how things were going. I think they were taking a lunch or recess, or I don't know. They were doing something, but it wasn't over with yet. So I am Googling to see, did he get sentenced, and did Diddy do it? And if Diddy did it, how much time did Diddy get? 50 months. Just over 4 years for 2 counts of transporting prostitutes. You gotta say it like Joe Biden. 50 months. Okay, let me see. Let's do some math here. Where's my calculator? There we go. Let me write this down. 50 months. Alright, like I said, we got Diddy coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat. See what you... Oh, actually, no. We got this coming up right now. Diddy returns to court for sentencing. Now, this is going to be prior to the sentencing itself. It's going to give us details and whatnot, what they were expecting, how things were going. I think they talk about Diddy crying like a little bitch. Not really sure. And then we just found out he did get sentenced to 50 months. So either way, let's get into this. Make sure you hit that like button wherever you're watching right now.
Sean Diddy Combs is in court for a sentencing hearing. In July, a jury convicted him on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Prosecutors have asked a judge to sentence the music mogul to more than 11 years in prison. Combs' team has asked for 14 months. Fox's Connor Hansen joins us live outside the Manhattan courthouse where that hearing is taking place. Connor.
Hannah, once one of the most powerful men in the music industry, Sean Diddy Combs, has spent the past few hours in this courtroom asking a judge for leniency. The judge just finished hearing from all of Diddy's children, asking for mercy for their father. That was followed by a video, much of it a montage showing Diddy with his family. Once one of the most powerful men in the music industry, Sean Diddy Combs, is now asking a judge for mercy. For the first time in his federal case, Diddy is speaking out in a 4-page letter to the judge ahead of his sentencing. He writes that he lost his way and was reborn behind bars, writing, quote, "I got lost in my journey, lost in the drugs and the excess. My downfall was rooted in my selfishness. I have been humbled and broken to my core." The rapper and music mogul was found guilty back in July of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. He was acquitted of the most serious counts, racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion.
Some of the victims are afraid that because he knows their names, that he may get out and try to retaliate against them.
In his letter, Combs also apologized to his former girlfriend, R&B singer Cassie, who testified during the trial, saying she endured years of physical and emotional abuse and was forced to have sex with male escorts while drugged. Prosecutors are arguing that even though the rapper was acquitted of the most serious charges, the sentence should reflect the evidence of a violent past that presented.
The court could consider what we all saw, that video, beating her when she tried to escape and dragging her by the hair.
And court is on a lunch break for another 30 minutes or so. After that, both sides will continue hashing this out. Again, Diddy's lawyers want a sentence of no more than 14 months, while the federal prosecutors want to see him sentenced to at least 11 years in prison. Hannah?
Will be interesting to see how this one pans out. All right, Connor Hansen, thank you.
Okay. Little update there on the Diddy stuff. Let's adjust the volume again because that's the world's quietest video for no reason. There we go. Anyways, they're saying that he wrote a 4-page letter to the judge. He made a montage showing him as a family man. Diddy wanted time served, or his attorneys were looking for time served, but the prosecutor was looking for 11 years. Apparently, he was sentenced to 50 months, which is just over 4 years in prison. So that means he's already going to get time served for 1 year because he's already been in prison for like 14 months or something like that. So he's probably going to have 3 left because it's probably going to take up that little extra because it's more than 4 years. He's going to have about 3 left, and then he's going to have good time. So how much ever time he's going to get for good time, he's going to do less than 3 years in prison and get out. But the thing is they've already been talking about an appeal. They've already talking about retrial and stuff. So they may do an appeal. They may try and throw some doll hairs out there and get a new trial, see if they can get the whole thing thrown out. I don't know. Maybe this is it. Maybe he's just going to have to eat shit and do the 4 years. We'll see. Either way, next up, man convicted of killing Kentucky's 6-year-old boy released on parole. We got a doubly. We got 2 videos we're going to play back to back. The first one's going to tell us about the whole situation. The second video is going to be us hearing from the family and them hearing that their kid's killer is now being released from prison like 13 years early or something like that. Either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Diddy. Guess I'm checking my math here, making sure my math was correct. It has been validated, so yeah, it's all good. Don't you guys worry. We are professionals over here. Thank you, guess for your professional input. Snugs, Cassia's ex wrote him a sweet letter before his sentencing. It's interesting. Stockholm syndrome. Russell says, "Do you have to pay restitution?" Oh yeah, I'm sure he does. almost anytime you go to jail, you're paying somebody for something. They won't even let you off like probation and stuff if you don't pay your fines and all of that. The only people you don't have to pay is the jail. It's kind of hit or miss. It depends on what they're making you pay. They have something that's called like an $18 fee. It's your booking fee. If you don't pay that, they'll make you sit in jail for 10 days to pay it off. But while you're sitting there, you're racking up like $35 a day, depending on what facility you're inside of. And so for every day you're there, they're charging you like $35, $40 or something like that. When you get out, you owe thousands of dollars to the jail. If you don't pay it, it'll go to collections, and then whatever happens, happens. Most people don't pay it, at least not here. Shroomish hooligan math. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom to you. Keep it salty. It just goes to show the rich and powerful doesn't receive real justice. If that were you or me, we'd be locked up for life. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and the trial would have been over. It had been over a long time ago. They wouldn't give a shit about nothing. It took 2 days, and then they'd been wrapped up, and they'd never see us again. You're totally right. What's up, Jav? Happy freedom? I'll allow it. Oh, man, take me right back to Celebrity Deathmatch. What's up, Free the Texan? Happy freedom. Hopefully they go after him. Oh, yeah. Well, I wonder if they're going to segregate him because he's a celebrity. And so they might... It depends where he goes, because he could go to a soft-ass prison, too. He's got money. He's got attorneys and stuff. He could probably go somewhere where he's isolated, or he's with people they're there for like white-collar crimes or whatever, like non-violent offenders, and be golden, right? Eating good food and stuff while being locked away. Like Martha Stewart, right? Did she serve hard time? Nah, I don't think so. You know, all these people, they get soft treatment. So I'd be surprised if they actually threw him in the penitentiary with everybody else and was like, yeah, welcome to Gym Pop, bitch. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong. What's up, Kane? Happy freedom? Like I said, happy freedom, boys and girls. That's right, because that's the only kind of hooligans we got. It's boys and girls. Everything else, they're Dems. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Thank you so much, Jake, for those $2 donations over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Jake. Thank you so much. Patriot Dad Diddy's gonna get diddled. He is. He might ask for it. That's the concerning part. Oh, well, no bueno. Yeah. Yeah, I could not say algorithm. It's not algorithm. It's algorithmatically or something like that is what they were trying to get me to read. It wasn't just algorithm. It was like algorithmatically. And I can't say it the way they wanted me to. Toilet care is still 3-legged? Yeah, I am for now. I am out of meds, though. I'm going to wait and see if my leg falls off between now and Monday. And depending on how things go, will dictate whether or not I go back to the doctor on Monday. We'll see how it goes. I really need to go to the dentist really, 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 really bad. And I don't have money to get my teeth cleaned and shit. I am too fucking poor for that. But I might have to schedule an appointment anyway and maybe use a credit card or something. So I need to get my leg fixed so I can get my teeth fixed. So then one day I can get my car fixed. And then, yeah, then I'll be okay. But we'll see how it goes. Till then, we'll wait till Monday to see if I have to call the doctor on my leg again. Guess I'm imagining how pissed off Diddy would be if they put him in with R. Kelly. I don't know. They're going to try and make a baby. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, Happy Freedom Friday, hooligans. Help with the med bills. Diddy's music always sucked. That's right, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. Smoking Diddy. It's so funny. For the Texan dentist is so expensive. It is. It's like $300 to get your teeth clean. Well, they tell you it's like $100, but then when you go, they got to have an x-ray. Well, then the x-ray costs $200. And so they quote you for $100. You go in there, you get your teeth done, you walk out $300. You're like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, we had to take x-rays. Oh, you didn't say that when you quoted it because they're a bunch of deceitful bitches, just like mechanics and doctors. It sucks. It sucks that we got to deal with these people. So as long as your main leg is okay, don't worry. I mean, it's going to be hard to walk on my dick and balls, but I'll try. Plastic Craig, ew, the sheets will smell like piss and baby oil. It's not the Johnny Depp trial. Calm down, it'll be okay. I don't know. They put R. Kelly and Diddy together. They ain't going to want to leave, you know. You'd be like, nah, just let us stay. For the Texan, sounds like a good deal. I hate getting my teeth worked on, but it's been 12 years. And so I need to do it. I need to get my teeth fixed. JM, happy freedom. I just read an article about treating spider bites with chlorine dioxide. It's not expensive. It might be worth a try. My problem is that the spider bite's healed. Like the wound is healed. So the bite is gone. Where the bite site is healed. I can like jab it with my finger. It don't hurt. Like it's fine. It's all around it that's still not healed. It doesn't really look infected as much as before, but it's just not healed. And I think it's because whatever got in there never got out, so it's just there, and my body's trying to figure out how to get rid of it and can't because there's no way to push it out. The skin is sealed. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. What's up, Burn Pile? Happy freedom. Oh, thank you for raiding the live over here, Burn Pile. You're badass. Stern. The judge was all about Dirtbag Diddy, but still didn't give him what he deserved. $500,000, but that's nothing to him. Oh, his fines, they gave him $500,000. Yeah. Yeah, that's nothing to Diddy. That's alright, Burn Pile. I appreciate you. What's up, Susan? Happy freedom. Master Meatball, happy freedom to you. Yeah, it wasn't algorithm. It's like algorithmatically is what they wanted me to say, but I don't know why they... I don't know. It's whatever. Have you guys even seen Pickaxe? I have an account on Pickaxe. It's kind of like the website. I like the website more. Honestly, I just like it more. I feel like all the other sites are trying to be what we already have. Even X. Going on X, we have everything that X has and a lot more. Like a lot more. I don't know. Kills me. I wish people would go check out the website. I work my ass off on it. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom. Driving and listening. We'll drive safe, Magic Moon. What's up, Teasel? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sterling? Happy freedom to you. Xterra. What kind of birds don't fly? Oily Diddy jailbirds. That's right, Xterra. They don't fly. Stool pigeons. What's up, Camel Fat? Happy freedom. Ahem. Yeah, I guess that's what it looked like. I just can't say it out loud. That's okay, because we got the voice chat later, and after everyone's all said and done talking shit about me not being able to read, I'm going to make all of you guys say algorithmatically in the voice chat and see how you guys do, you assholes. Kane, you a dev? No, I just masquerade around like I am one, but no, not really. I work on my own website. That's about it, though. Why are you asking, Kane? Shroomish, have you learned your lesson? Don't fight spiders. Sort of. What I've learned is not to take other people's advice when I show them a bug bite that I have healed on my own, because those people told me that I should not be cutting my wounds open and dumping peroxide and rubbing alcohol in it, because I may make the situation worse. And so when I got bit this time, which was my 4th time being bit by a brown recluse, I was like, no, I should take everybody's advice. If I cut this open and start dumping liquid in it, I might hurt myself. Let's do what everybody else says and do jack shit and then call the doctor. Guess what? That did not work. Next time spider bites me, I'm biting it back and I'm cutting my leg open and draining the bullshit, because this is not fun. I'm going on week 10 of this spider bite and I'm done. Kane, yeah. I developed my own website, but I don't work on other people's website, because if I broke it, I'd feel really bad, because I don't know how I'd fix it. Kane, you're a website developer? Well, I could probably use your help. Guess we'll be practicing. Yep, we're going to record it too. We're going to have tryouts for algorithmatically. Heard you, your mom got bit on her finger. It looked like a damn bratwurst. Yeah. I've never been bit on the fingers. I don't know what would happen. I got fat fingers, so it wouldn't help me out in any kind of fashion, but either way, praying for the best. Moving forward here, like I said, man convicted of killing Kentucky 6-year-old boy released on parole. We got 2 videos here. They're both 1 minute 7 seconds long. I don't know how that happened. That's just magic coincidence, I guess. We're gonna play these videos back to back. The first one's gonna give us the details on this piece of shit that killed this 6-year-old. He's supposed to do 20 years in prison. He did 7. He's getting out on good time and education credits, whatever that means. Like I said, first video is going to give us a summary. Second video is going to be hearing from the family as they figure out the person that killed their son is now going to be free like 13 years early. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
This afternoon with developing news from Woodford County. One man sentenced for killing a 6-year-old boy and gravely injuring his family nearly 10 years ago has just been released from prison. That's our top story at 4. I'm Conroy DeLuche. Back in 2018, Ronald Exantis was found not guilty of murder by reason of insanity and guilty but mentally ill on assault charges. Investigators say Exantis broke into a Versailles home in December 2015 and killed 6-year-old Logan Tipton. Detectives found it was a random killing. Exantis had driven from Indianapolis and broke into the Tipton home while the family was sleeping. He also attacked Tipton's father and siblings, and they survived. WHAS 11 was there in 2015 when hundreds honored Logan's life at the community stadium in Versailles. Now, according to court records, Exantis was released yesterday after serving less than 7 years of his 20-year sentence. Records show that he is out on supervised parole, but that will end in June of 2026.
Okay, so like I said, awful person here, getting out early. We're going to play this second video really quick. Like I said, it's another short one, but in this video, we're going to be hearing from the family that he attacked. Let's get this rolling.
An Indiana man convicted in the death of a 6-year-old boy is now out of prison on parole.
I've had my talks with God because I'm not afraid to tell you all. I told the court, if I ever cross paths with him, I will kill the man. I will kill him where he stands.
Ronald Exantis was sentenced to 20 years in prison in 2018, but released early on good time and education credits. He broke into the Versailles home of Logan Tipton in December of 2015, fatally stabbed the boy and attacked the little boy's father and sisters. He was found not guilty by reason of insanity for murder, but a jury found him guilty but mentally ill on assault charges. Tipton's family also survived the attack, and his father says after that night, he lost his will to live.
I laid in bed. I gave up. I gave up on life. I gave up on my family. I gave up on everybody. I just wanted to die.
Exantis will remain under probation and parole supervision until his sentence ends next year. He will serve his mandatory re-entry supervision in Florida.
Nothing about that makes any kind of sense. They're saying in 2015, this guy broke into their house, stabbed a 6-year-old boy. He was sentenced in 2018. They say they determined that it was a random killing. They said that he was found not guilty of murder by reason of insanity, which I don't understand that. Okay, we understand you're crazy pants. That's great. You killed somebody. You're a murderer. How do you get not guilty on murder? Like, they should just add it on. He should have been guilty of murder while being fucking crazy. That's what they should say. But no, he's not guilty of murder by reason of insanity and guilty of assault, but mentally ill. I assume the assault charges must be felonious assault, because regular assault it carries no weight. He wouldn't have done years over assault, so it must be felonious assault, but mentally ill attached to it. He's out on parole right now after serving 7 years. He was supposed to do 20. Now he's going to be monitored. I don't know if that means he's going to be on tether. Most likely he's going to have parole appointments, maybe multiple times a week. It says that he's in a reintroduction program, which means that he might be going into a halfway house or something like that, where he may have to report right there, wherever he's being sent to and all of that. Most of the time, people screw that up. Most people who are in and out of jail, in and out of prison, If you got to go through a reintroduction program, like you're going to a halfway house or whatever, that's usually what screws people up. Not the facility, but they have a spot, like a safe spot. So they go out into the world and do bad things, do drugs, sell drugs, commit crime, and then come back to their little safe space and be like, nah, I've been here the whole time. And they get caught up doing that shit because they still have that I'm in jail mentality. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. Either way, they're saying all that. Then we listened to the family, and they also talked in that video about him being released for good time. Like I was saying about the Diddy trial, when you do jail time or prison time, you get what's called good days. So if you're in jail, say you had to do 7 days in jail, you'd actually only do 6, because every 7 days, that 7th day counts as one good day. So if you're there for 6, you get your one good day on day 7, you get released on day 7 instead of day 8. That's how it goes, at least in this jail here, locally where I'm at. Every place is a little bit different, but they're saying with good time, he got some time knocked off of his sentence, and then he's got education credits, which maybe he didn't have a diploma or a GED or whatever, so he was able to apply for further education while being incarcerated. It makes you look good. It makes you look like you're trying and shit. Most people read the Bible, but you can get the same thing out of this. You go and apply. You take classes from somebody who doesn't give a fuck about nothing. You test out. You score high enough, they give you your GED or your diploma. I think that's how my mom got her GED, was in jail doing shit just like that. So either way, this guy did 7 years out of 20, and now he's sort of free now. He's out of prison. I don't know. I don't think we'll get a follow-up on this unless Dad finds him. Dad was pretty obvious about how he felt about the situation. I think it's pretty understandable. Next up, at least 5 arrested in clashing with federal agents outside of Broadview ICE facility. This is little Antifa kids that are fighting with ICE outside of an ICE facility in Illinois. They only seem to show up earlier in the day. I haven't seen any videos of them being out there at night, but they're going to be talking about them crying that ICE is doing their job in Illinois, and then they're also going to be bitching about Kristi Noem. Apparently she was doing some presser or something from a rooftop there, and they were saying she was there for photo ops or whatever, which is dumb. They're just dissing Kristi Noem. And then we got a second video that's not directly related, but it's titled Kristi Noem being blocked from going into the local police department. Now, she was going in there apparently to use the bathroom, but they refused to even let her. They refused to allow her to enter the building at all, which is weird for her position because she's federal government. So it's weird that they did that. But either way, just kind of showing that they're bitching about Kristi Noem, but at the same time, they'd like to stifle her and make sure that she doesn't do a good job when it comes to being in Illinois. All of that is coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this kid killer that just got out on parole. Interesting. I will check that out here, Juicer. It actually sounds familiar, but I'll look at it after the live. Guess they have a whole community in Florida of released pedos. I've heard of that, pedophile communities or whatever, because they're all on the registry and all of that. I've heard of that, but I don't know much about it. Zero, so sick of the mentally ill excuse. Yeah, I know. I am too. In this situation, it matters because it changed how he was sentenced. Like he was not guilty by reason of insanity. If he couldn't have convinced him of being insane, he'd have just got murdered and he'd still be in prison right now. But he cried hard enough, and I don't know what he did to get insanity, but you know how it goes. Everybody goes to jail today. Oh, they're all mentally ill. And that's what I was saying yesterday or the day before. If somebody tells you they're mentally ill, take them serious and treat them as if they are. Don't look the other way and be like, yeah, man, we all got problems. Because apparently these people want to fucking kill people and shit. And the more we look the other way, like, yeah, we all got problems, you're turning your back on a rabid dog, And it may not be you that gets attacked. It could be somebody else. So if somebody's walking around using mental illness as an excuse for every little fucking thing they got going on in life, treat them like they have mental illness. People need to do that. That whole silence is violence, that kind of shit applies to this too. Because when people are saying they're crazy pants and you just let it go and you don't tell anybody about it, and then they go off and kill a kid at a playground or something, it's like you could have prevented that from happening. But at the same time, you don't do it because you want to get involved in their problems. You want to hold them accountable. If they're walking around telling people they're crazy and then they go commit crime and they hurt another American and they're like, oh, it wasn't my fault, I was crazy pants. Well, if you go and tell everybody, yeah, this person's crazy, they're saying they're crazy, maybe we need to call somebody on this person, and then authority shows up, we'll see if they're still crazy, because nobody wants to be locked away. So if they want to use crazy pants as the excuse for poor behavior and lack of discipline and self-control, then call the authorities on them and see if they're still crazy. Because if they are, they will be. Authorities will show up and they'll still be crazy pants, and somebody can do something about it. Get them therapy, get them help, lock them away, get them meds, get whatever the fuck they need, but doing nothing isn't working. And so, like I was saying, it was either yesterday or the day before. If people are saying they're crazy pants, believe them and treat them like it. Don't baby them, don't enable them, and don't turn your back on a rabid dog, because that fucker will bite you. And that's how these people are. We need to stop looking the other way and treating them like they're soft. No, you're crazy? All right, we have phone numbers for that. We got facilities that deal with that specifically. We'll see how crazy you are, because it's the same thing at work. You know, you're working with lazy people. Well, I got this problem, I got that problem, I can't do my job efficiently, I need you to pick up my slack. Nobody likes that shit. From schools to work to being out in public, if people say they're crazy pants, believe them. Russell, Folky, Florida sounds like a made-up place. It does, Russell. Miracle Village, I think that's what I've heard of. Get some. Russell, what type of food do I want to eat tonight? Cajun. No. I don't know, Russell. Today I'm making steak tacos. I'm going to try. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm kind of making up my own recipe here, but home for the best. Hair juicer, put peanut butter in the in my crack, stuck my finger down my pants and licked my fingers clean in front of the judge. He said I was insane and still got a year of probation. Hair juicer, they're not forgiving where you're at. Thanks so much, Ramsey, for that $2 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Ramsey. Thank you so much for the support. Says, I don't care if someone is crazy. If you murder someone, you die. I mean, that's fair. That's fair, Ramsey. Thank you so much. What's up, Cricket Kiss? Happy Freedom. For the good text, when I worked at Family Dollar, I worked harder as a handicap than the normies. Yeah, Free Thinking Texan. I totally believe that. Patriot Dad, that's why situational awareness is so important these days. Yeah, I agree. I always have like really high anxiety when I'm leaving. And I've told you guys that a lot. Like if I'm going to Walmart and stuff, I mean, generally I try not to walk around waiting to die. But if I'm going to a heavily populated area, if somebody wanted to get me, they're going to know what I look like before I know what they look like. I mean, it was even like that at the Hooligan picnic. You know, people walking up and being like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, you know, because like, I don't know what you look like. I don't know what any of you look like. I know what Wad looks like. I know what looks like. I know what Hair Juicer looks like. There's like 5 of you. I know what you look like. The rest of you, I have no idea. And so if anybody wanted to get me, they're going to know what I look like, and I'm not going to know what they look like. And same thing with even just waving and saying hi. I don't know if you know me from high school. I don't know if you know me from work. I don't know if you know me from this. I don't know if you're here to get you so I can sign your tits. I don't know if you're here to shoot me in the face. Right? So I don't know. And kidnap my giant cat. Like, I don't know. So I always got to be cautious of that stuff. And when I go out in public, I'm always looking around. A lot of times I bring WMM with me so he can act as a buffer. Whenever somebody gets close to us, he gets between me and whoever this other person is, just in case they're trying to do something weird and, you know, and be weird. And sometimes people are weird. Sometimes they're weird because they're weird, and sometimes they're weird because maybe they don't like what I have to say. Joel Care, never know when the switch will flip. That's right. Well, I would really like to just kind of filter out the fakers from the real crazies, right? Because we're in a situation where people pretend to have this mental illness stuff. They're self-diagnosing. I'm not denying mental illness, by the way, but people who self-diagnose for the sake of special treatment, they get to be lazy. You can't force them to do anything because they're poor little feelings, and you know, so they put up this fake crazy pants act in order to get out of having to be a regular person. And so if you hold people accountable, you're going to figure out who's crazy and who's lazy, you know, and that's kind of where we need to be. Because if they're crazy, somebody needs to know. If they're lazy, well, stop pretending to be crazy. Get off your lazy ass, you know? Russell, you need to sign my tits. I know, Russell. I got the marker right here. I'm just waiting. Pull those suckers out. Here, Jesus, the Sad People Jail had really good food. I've always heard that. I wonder if that's like a strategy. Zero, holy crap, I found it. They have signs warning people that predators live there. Are you talking about the place I guess someone's talking about? Miracle Village? I mean, if you were going to burn a place down. Totally care tip. Don't run up on Jeff. Yeah, don't do that. I'm not tough, but I don't want to die. Okay, can we word it like that? I'm not tough. I'm not saying I'm a big tough guy and I want to just be out here fighting and being cool and shit. No, that's not me. I like being left the fuck alone. I love seeing you hooligans and stuff. But I don't want to die. So don't put me in a position where I have to worry that I might be killed or something like that, because I'm going to react as if that's the situation. Shroomish, especially after the Charlie Kirk shit. Yeah, part of what was hard about the Charlie Kirk stuff, besides the obvious stuff, is people tagging me saying this could be you. It was a hard 2 weeks of, hey, have you seen this? This could happen to you. Hey, this could be you. Hey, did you know that if somebody wanted to do this, they could do this to you? And I'm like, thank you. I didn't think of that. You know, I didn't think about this guy who says really similar stuff to what I say, who was just assassinated. Yeah, I never thought about sitting in his seat until it was brought up 40 times. And so that was a little concerning as well, but it's okay. We're all still here. Kicks, will you sign Moobs also? Asking for a friend. Of course. Of course. All hooligan tits will be signed. Don't you worry. Jagula, I'm a survivor. That's right. Jagula, will you sign a nipple? I'm gonna regret this, but I'll sign whatever you pull out. That's the kind of hooligan dad I am, the hooligan king over here. I will sign whatever you pull out, and I know I'm gonna regret that, but that's okay. Guess every Halloween I put a sign out front that says Miracle Village, keep kids away. Oh my God, guess Stoner, I posted my picture on Discord. I don't know if I've seen you, Stoner. Plasquack, you should sell signed merch, bro. It'll be worth millions later. I have considered it. I just don't have a easy way to do it because I don't provide the merch. I'm just kind of the middleman. I create the designs. I pick the material. I set it all up graphically. And then that's it. And then when you guys place orders, it goes directly to the manufacturer. They throw the stuff together. They print the shirts and all of that. They ship it out to you guys. We have a brand new merch store that's coming out soon. I'm working my ass off on it, but we have all kinds of new items. All kinds of items like shoes, backpacks, unders, robes, so much stuff. So much stuff. Like, just, I don't even know how to explain it all. So much stuff that we're going to have in the merch store. I'm putting it all together. Prices will be better. Shipping, hope to God, will be better because the shipping for the current merch store is terrible. We'll have more control of stuff like that. And with everything being a little bit more affordable, I could be in a position to be able to purchase some extra things, some hoodies, t-shirts, whatever. And then if people wanted autographed merch or whatever, then we would be able to do that. But I appreciate the suggestion, Plasquack. Kicks, yep, you're screwed. Yeah. If you pull it out, I'm signing it. We'll see what that turns into. Jagged, yep, shoes. Let me see if I could show you guys really quick. I don't know if I can without exposing too much information. I might be able to show you guys some stuff from the new store. Just a second. Oh, watches. Yeah, I forgot we got watches. I'm trying to get these body bags. Let me see what all I can show you guys. No. Wow. Glad I did not have the screen on for that. That could have been yeah. No, stop trying to download shit. Well, what if I do this? Okay. here's one of the items. This is the new Hooligan bag. Now I'm not sure how much it's priced at right this second, but this is what it looked like. It looks like currently. We're gonna have a couple of these. These are just regular backpacks. Let me see here. This is a winter coat. Come on, load up. What is, no, I don't want to do all this. Oh, actually, here's a female backpack for the lady hooligans. This is the lady hooligan bag. And it's got the 2 straps at the top, so you don't have to wear it like a backpack if you don't want to, but lady hooligans and all their things. All this stuff will come in multiple colors. Hooligan boxers, because you guys have been asking for unders for years. Some hooligan boxers here. Or briefs, whatever you want to call it. There's some actual briefs, but I don't want to put all that meat on the screen for this live. A couple of these, I'm trying to make these bags because when I go out in public, I might have one of these on me. That's because it hurts to appendix carry with the kind of side piece I got with me. So I throw it in one of these. It's convenient. You walk around, nobody's looking at you like you know, are brandishing or anything like that. Quick little hooligan bag there. I made this just for funsies, but you guys might like this. This is the Hooligan Gucci shirt. This is a Gucci golf tee. Sort of. It's not real Gucci, but I did the print as if it was. This is, and it says Hooligan on the collar there, on the back collar. So if you're going golfing with your buddies, you show up in this. You know, you're gonna be styling. They've never seen anything like this, as President Trump would say. We also got glow-in-the-dark hoodies. The logo on these hoodies will actually glow in the dark, and I don't think it's just UV reactive. I think it's full-blown glow in the dark, and we got a couple of them, a couple different designs. Those are coming out. I keep telling you guys I'm working on this stuff, and I know it doesn't look like it, but this is Sherpa hoodie. I'm gonna get one of these. That's why it's already in Jeff Mac blue and all of that. Yeah, we're gonna have a couple of different designs of this. These are like full-blown winter hoodies and all of that. Let's see, candles. I'll show you 2 more things. We'll move forward. Oh yeah, we got temporary tattoos, fake tattoos and stuff. Hooligan unders for ladies. Got lots of these. They come in all kinds of different styles. And then we got hooligan watches. We got like 5 different styles of these. I'm gonna get a couple of these too because I think they're sweet. Anyways, we're not gonna sit here and go through the whole catalog. I'm just telling you guys, we are gonna have a new merch store soon. I am working my ass off on it. Here's one last one. This is the shoes I was talking about, the hooligan sneakers here. I don't know, I think they're slick, pretty slick. I don't know, either way, lots of stuff coming in the new merch store. I just got to get it finalized because, like I told you guys before, I'd put together a merch store a year or 2 ago, the one that's on the Jeff Mac Music website, and something was not set up correctly, and I didn't know what. And somebody who was being very generous went over there and purchased a bunch of items from the merch store, but none of the shipping tracked. And so I had to pay the shipping for their entire order. It was hundreds of dollars because it wasn't set up correctly. And so it actually cost me money for people to buy things from the merch store, and that fucked me over really bad. And I could not handle that if that was to happen today. So that's why it's taken so long for me to come out with a new merch store. So I got to make sure everything's working correctly before we open it. But either way, we're going to read through really quick as we just talked about all of that stuff. And like I said, we got some news coming out of Illinois coming up next between sissies crying that ICE is doing their job, as well as them bitching about Kristi Noem. We're going to read through really quick and we'll get it moving forward. Stunks love the Sherpa hoodies. Yeah, I dig them too. Russell, we need glow-in-the-dark condoms. Well, we don't have that yet, but I'll work on it. I'll work on it. Holy, guess some. I don't know if I can put that on the screen. It's something though. Thank you so much, Ramsey, for that $2 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Ramsey. Thank you so much. Says, haven't been more than 3 feet from the firearms since I was 17. I moved to Houston and my dad slapped a 40 cal in my hand. Yeah, Ramsey. Got to be safe out there. Thank you, Ramsey. Jagula, does those boxers have a ball bag? There's, I think, 3 sets of briefs, and then we got those boxers, and I got 2 other kinds of boxers that are going to come out too. Happy Freedom, Elder Zoomer. Kane, mine would just say who. See, that's what I was saying too. I was like, well, we can come out with hooligan condoms, but not everybody's going to be able to spell hooligan. We're going to have issues. We'll have to write it on there sideways. Crit Kiss, co-host Klaus shirts. We have a few Klaus t-shirts, but yeah, we need to come out with some new ones. Watchman got some granny panties. We do, and we got, I think they make thongs too. They make swimsuits. There's all kinds of stuff. Ghostly hoo-ha flavored candy? No, we don't have that. I'd be a happier person if I had what's needed to make that, but I don't. Major, nice purse, bruh. Yeah. What's up, Johnny Ride? Happy freedom to you. MU, I miss Halloween kiddos, even naughty ones. Last year, I remember Trick or Treat or whatever had low numbers. You know, we had covered it in the news or whatever. I wonder if people will actually go out and trick or treat this year. It's hard to say with all the crime and stuff, but we'll see. Shroomish fake tats is hella early 90s. Yeah, I have 2 different sheets of fake tats that we'll have just so you guys can have hooligan tattoos. Now, Hair Juicer's got real hooligan tattoos. I think Edward does too. There's a couple hooligans that got real hooligan tattoos, and that's what gave me the idea for the temporary tats. Killer J, yeah, it's the shoes are unbranded, as far as I know. Everybody will know when the merch store opens up because I'll do a lot of promotion for it. Stern, I'm still waiting for the real life Escape from New York kind of prison. Just throw them all in there and let them work it out. Violence is just not okay. Talking about like Gotham Asylum. What's up, Slampire? Happy freedom. What's up, Charmaine? Happy freedom to you. Here, Juicer, hooligan condoms. You prick them with a tack to get more hooligans. I couldn't do that. It's so unethical, but that is hilarious. Sitting there at my trial. Why did you do this? I was just trying to make more hooligans. That's all I was doing. He was such a good boy. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, at least 5 arrested in clashes with federal agents outside of Broadview ICE facility. This is a doubly. They're going to be talking about crybabies crying that ICE is doing their job in Illinois. They're also going to be bitching about Kristi Noem. The second video is Kristi Noem being blocked from going into the local police department. So while they're bitching about Kristi Noem doing a bad job, they also prevent her from doing any form of her job altogether in Illinois, trying to block her out of these public buildings, which is crazy. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick that our friend Larry could really use your help. Larry's been in and out of the hospital recently. He is in need of a kidney transplant, and he also just got out of surgery recently. He has a lot going on. I put together a page for him over on the website. It's got his story, his details, links, and all kinds of stuff. So if there is any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out his page over on the website because he could really use our help. Like I said, let's get this pulled up about Illinois. These goofy protesters. All right, hooligans. Once again, at least 5 arrested in clashes with federal agents outside of Broadview ICE facility. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Conflict building near 25th and Lexington in Broadview, outside the ICE immigration processing facility. Pushing, shoving, and people seen being arrested shortly after 9 a.m., and it's not letting up. Demonstrators say they want answers about the conditions inside the ICE facility and want elected officials to be allowed in to inspect it, as there's a surge of immigration enforcement in the Chicago area.
In that building, you've got anywhere from 150 to 200 people in rooms about the size of a conference room. They don't have enough space to sleep in. They have maybe a chair or two. The bathroom's in the same space. You got people with gauzes over their head because they've been wounded by federal agents. They barely get fed. We know this because they've called when they're lucky enough to make a call to let people know what's going on.
This morning, Chopper 7 captured Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem standing on the roof of the ICE Center, overlooking protests with U.S. Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino and about a dozen armed agents with cameras and a production crew. In response, Governor J.B. Pritzker demanding Secretary Noem hold a press conference and face questions about ongoing immigration raids in the Chicago area, saying, quote, Illinois is not a photo opportunity or war zone. It's a sovereign state where our people deserve rights, respect, and answers. Now, this all comes after Illinois State Police set up concrete barriers overnight to designate protest zones to try to ease tensions between demonstrators and federal agents. The area has been overwhelmed at times in recent weeks, leading to confrontations with agents, repeated deployment of tear gas, and multiple arrests.
We've been forced into a free speech zone. Its very existence implies that everywhere else is a non-free speech zone, that there are places where our First Amendment rights do not apply. It is ICE's responsibility to respect and uphold our First Amendment rights. It is not on us to accommodate their illegal and immoral actions.
Okay, so like I said, softies in Illinois crying because ICE is employed. I'm gonna go ahead and get the second video up. This is talking about Kristi Noem here being blocked. Now, like I said, they're complaining about Kristi Noem in that last video. They're like, oh, she's showing up for a photo op, durka, and all this stuff. Well, she tried to go into this public building here. I think it's the police department. She's there to use the bathroom. She ain't there to actually do official work, but she still shouldn't be blocked from accessing it. And they're actually kind of hostile to her, and it doesn't really make sense. So I think it's interesting that they're bitching about her, but then also stifling her from being even able to go into the building at all. Either way, let's get into this, and then we'll go ahead and hop in the chat.
Can we use the restroom? No, you cannot.
We can? Okay, all right, thank you. Interesting. That's what Governor Pritzker says is cooperation and keeping people safe.
So why wouldn't they let you in? What's been going on here? What's been going on here, Secretary?
We were coming to go out and do some operations to pick up some guys with criminal convictions on them, and the city police wouldn't even let us use a restroom.
And you were just blocked by a worker here from the city?
A worker at the municipal building here in Broadmoor would not allow us to go in and to use a restroom at the police station. So as much as these local leaders and governors talk about cooperating and having the backs of our law enforcement officers, this is what we have to put up with every single day. And all we're doing is getting criminals and terrorists and cartels and gang members off the streets to make families safer here. It's ridiculous.
I mean, is impeding law enforcement? I mean, this is a real problem around here.
This is a real problem. I'm so proud of our officers that deal with this every single day. They know that America's got their backs, but what they face here every day is real prosecution.
Incredible. Incredible.
Wow. Municipal Broadview building. Wouldn't let the Secretary of Homeland Security inside the building.
Okay, so like I said, Governor Pritzker going out there and crybabying about Kristi Noem. Oh, she's here for a photo op and she doesn't do this, that, and the other and whatever. But then when she's trying to go into a municipal building, which is, you know, to the public, she's not allowed in. And I don't understand how she's not allowed in because of her authority. So that all sounds really weird to me, that they can refuse her access. Either way, next up, we have the last little bit of the news. At least 5 arrested or detained after multiple fights break out at Portland ICE facility. This is not really anything new. This has been going on for years, but it's getting spotlight now because it's being brought up at the White House and being brought up in the press and stuff like that. So we just got a clip of this stuff. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about people crying about the ICE doing their job in Illinois, as well as crying about Kristi Noem. The first video saying that Kristi Noem did a press conference at the detention center. Pritzker saying that it's not a place for a photo op, but then he also won't clean his state up, which would make it so Kristi Noem doesn't have a reason to even be there. And then in the second video, I think she should have told them she was there for oversight, because that's what the Democrats did when they were trying to barge into the ICE facility in New Jersey, and they were roughing up the federal agents and assaulting the federal agents when that one woman, LaMonica, was throwing her big gut around trying to bully the federal agents there. Their excuse for barging into the facility and breaching the security fence was they were there for oversight. So Kristi Noem should have just kicked the dude in his little nutsack, been like, "No, I'm here to use the bathroom," as a part of oversight, and they could go eat shit. Either way, we're going to hop in the chat really quick, and like I said, we got the last little bit of the news coming up next. Hair Juicer, Chicago needs to get the fuck out of my state. Yup. It's like a cancerous growth. Turbo, I can only say yes to Noem. Yup. Zero, I'm betting someone will get a phone call or a visit. Yeah, I'm thinking so too. I don't know how they can say no to her when it comes to like that kind of facility. Russell, she needs to go pee at McDonald's, I guess. I mean, yeah. I just imagine like needing to pee really bad, and then you have this goofy conflict, and then a reporter, which I think it was Benny that was doing it, but they're like, "Hey, answer my questions," and so you got to pee, and you just find out you can't pee, and now you're sitting here doing an interview, you're talking to the press, like, "Yeah, I got to pee really bad, but you're right, fuck these people." You hear these people outside? It sounds like they're having a whole party. Major, they have to have an official ban order. What do you mean, to prevent her from going into the building? Bill Clay, it's Benny. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Plasquack, how is it illegal or immoral? That's a lie. It's totally legal. Her free speech is lies. Then they wonder why we don't want to listen to them whine. Yeah, Plasquack, exactly. They're just reeing loudly about how wrong they are. It's like, well, it's hard to care about them intentionally being wrong. Bill Clay, let her pee. That's what I'm saying. Plasquack, she's the head of all security. If she's not allowed in, she should have the power to shut them down. That's what I think too. I don't understand how she could be in that position and not be able to enter that building. Colorado Springs Patriot, I would happily open my pocket to let her pee in. All right, just hike it up, Kristi Noem. Here you go. Happy freedom to you, Springs Patriot. Watchman, I got new headphones. I can hear people outside your door now. Yeah, they're standing right outside the slider. I'm going to have to close the door. Stoner, that could be you. I don't know. Kristi Noem peeing in my pocket. Yep. If you like that, she'll give you the whole thing. Love it. Mike Ingalls, if they don't like the conditions of the facility, then they shouldn't have come here illegally. That's exactly how I feel too. Oh, they don't like being detained? Shouldn't have been here illegally. It's that simple. They get $1,000 for self-deporting. Instead, they're like, nah, I won't get caught. Next thing you know, you're in Alligator Alcatraz. And it's like, you should have just left. Snooks, I thought the noise was Klaus. Nah, Klaus doesn't like it though. He wishes they'd shut the hell up. Ramsey, they're probably used to people peeing in the streets. Nah, it's California. I don't think people really do that in the Midwest. It's cold here 7 months out the year. Either way, moving forward, like I said, we got the last little bit of the news, and I'm going to close the slider because I don't want to hear these people talking. It's titled, "At least 5 arrested or detained after multiple fights break out in Portland ICE facility." Like I said, this isn't really going to be new for most of us because we've covered Portland and all of that so extensively, and nothing's changed. This stuff goes on here because nobody stops it from happening. Because it's not really a police officer issue or anything like that. It's the fact that their leaders allow this to happen. They don't prosecute these assholes and throw them in prison like they deserve. They don't stop it from happening. They love this little cat and dog thing. So either way, this is in the news because the White House is putting Portland in the spotlight, which is good. But like I said, until they get new leadership, they will always have these problems. This is titled, "At least 5 arrested or detained after multiple fights break out at Portland ICE facility." Let's get those likes up, hooligans, and let's get into this.
That's right, Drew. China. Within just the last 5 hours, Portland police announced the arrest of 49-year-old Angela Davis of Vernonia, 27-year-old Nicholas Sorter of Washington, D.C., and 43-year-old Son Min Yi of Portland on disorderly conduct charges. Now, our crews saw law enforcement detain 3 people Thursday night after an apparent altercation. Now, the arrest happened after a small group of people were peacefully protesting outside the facility, and an apparent agitator appeared to get in some of the faces of the demonstrators. Law enforcement officers were then seen arresting 3 people. Then, while federal officers pushed back the crowd to allow several vehicles to exit the facility, KGW was told 1 person was sprayed in the eyes with mace. KGW also spoke with some protesters who say they came out to counter the narrative.
The idea that this is even national news is already kind of silly. The idea that it's treated as a national threat is absolutely bonkers crazy.
Now, the Portland Police Bureau posted on X that it does not engage in immigration enforcement, but is still responsible for maintaining public safety and enforcing state laws.
Yeah, so Antifa is just out there protesting peacefully. Because that's what they do. Antifa is just an idea. 5 arrested for disorderly conduct, claiming Antifa was peacefully protesting. If Antifa is terrorist, like they've been declared terrorist, then why are they not just being arrested for being there? Like, you don't have to wait for... It's not a gang anymore. So Americans have the right to assemble. That's why we have gangs. Not why, but that's why gangs are legal. You can be a gang. Gangs are fine. Gang activity is not, because that's generally criminal activity. But the difference is if Antifa was a gang, they could be a gang, and every time they step out of line, you can arrest those fuckers for breaking the law. Them being declared as terrorists mean that they're just illegal. Their existence, their group existing, is illegal. So if they claim to be a part of the group, they can be arrested, or a whole plethora of other things can happen to them. So I don't understand why they're just standing around waiting for Antifa to break the law, because they're already illegal just existing as part of the group. So I'm surprised they don't go out there and just arrest them, kettle them, arrest them, throw them in prison for associating with a terrorist organization. Call it a day. That's it. It could be done today. That problem in Portland could be done today, and they have all the authority to do it, but they're not going to. They're not going to. They love it. And people used to say when we covered the protest every day back during the lockdowns, when there was protests every day, people used to say, oh man, these cops love their overtime. I kind of believe that at this point. I didn't back then. I was like, yeah, I'm sure cops really love being screamed at by meth heads in their 20s. But at this point, I kind of think that might be true. They might like their overtime in Portland because they do not stop this from happening. And they could, but they do not. They must enjoy it. Either way, that is all the news I have for you hooligans. Like I said, we got the fun stuff coming up. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Beck Frank. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Tiger Jaw. It's titled Baby Couldn't Believe It. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and it's titled You've Been Betrayed, Young Man. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these idiots outside this ICE facility. Heard you say, yeah, Nick Sorter. Yeah, Nick Sorter was arrested. That's what, I think that's what they were saying during the press briefing. is that they're going to be investigating that. They're going to look into why he was arrested, but Antifa's not being arrested. Turbo straight out of his mom's basement. That's right. Russell, you got Chinese food? What'd you get, Russell? I love Chinese food. It's so expensive, though. Last time I went to the Chinese place, it was like $26 just for me to eat at the buffet. I remember when it used to be $7, and it was like $26. It's like, that's too much. I eat a lot, but I don't know if I eat $26 worth of food. Oh, I haven't seen it, Picture Dad. I'll have to check it out after the live. Jagula, there's never been peaceful protesting in Portland. Yeah, no, you're right. I've never seen peaceful protesting there. That's where the good stuff usually happens, as far as entertainment goes. Kane, what's an advent calendar? It's those calendars that people get for Christmas where it has a little door each day counting down to Christmas, and you open the door and sometimes it's got candy, sometimes it's got toys and stuff. We got in this kind of pattern of opening advent calendars as part of our fun stuff, because we used to just cover the news, and then you feel like shit when you leave the live because we just cover all the bad stuff because news is always bad stuff, and then that's it, and it's all over and it sucks. So we've been adding funny videos, and we got the advent calendar. And if we could create 100 official hooligans over on Rumble, we will schedule eating this damn Reaper chip. Now, this thing might put me in the grave, but Tory Wayne purchased this, so we have to eat it. Now, I'm not going to schedule a day for us to do it because, one, it'll most likely be a Sunday because we work the rest of the week. And two, we need 100 hooligans. So that's what this, which side is it on? This. There's like a blue banner that appears here every once in a while. It's got a number on it telling you how many official hooligans we have on Rumble. If we get that number to 100, we will schedule the hot chip. And like I said, it will probably be on a Sunday because once I eat this chip, I ain't going to be doing anything else. And so that's what we got to do. So keep that in mind because we need to make more hooligans. Ghostly. Fuck off with that peaceful bullshit. Yeah, exactly. I knew. Once I got to that part of the video, I was like, yeah, they were peaceful protesting. Like, nah, no, they weren't. Plastic Crack, oh my god, that would be great. Let's protest that building with signs that say, let her pee. That's right. Stoner Panda Express, $13 for 3 entrees and a side. Oh, that sounds so good. The closest Panda Express is like 3.5 hours away from me, though. It might be worth the drive. Ghostly, you just had Panda Express today? You guys are going to make my steak taste like shit because I want Chinese food now. Tin Man, don't eat that chip. I know. Over in the voice chat, we watch quite a bit of videos that are people eating hot stuff. When I first got the chip, we were looking it up, and we were watching people like puking and snotting and all that. And now that's, you know, signing up. That's going to be me one of these days. We got to make enough hooligans. Snooks, I miss Tory Wayne. I don't know where Tory Wayne's been. Her birthday's coming up, though. I saw it on the birthday wall. Ghostly had orange chicken. I love orange chicken. Free the text and you got a Panda Express right next to you? I'd be hitting that place up. They'd be sick of me. Starn Antifa lovers. Yep. What's up, Knucking Futz? Happy freedom. Being present doesn't indicate Antifa membership. Each arrestee would need to be investigated to see if it tracks back via social media and funding. Yeah, just like any other criminal you arrest. Honestly. If they, I mean, that's all there is. It's the same thing with Trende Araqua. They're picking those guys up, and they're like, you look like TDA. And they're like, why? And they're like, because you got Jordan tattooed on your neck. They're like, well, I just like Michael Jordan. They're like, too bad. Too bad. You're being detained. Enjoy the investigation. And they could do the same thing with Antifa. They could say, you look like Antifa. You're being detained. And then they investigate. If they have any posts saying that they're Antifa or Antifa flags in their bio or any of that shit, you're not a terrorist. I thought they were going to do that to begin with. I thought they were going to go on X and Facebook and go, okay, you guys are self-proclaimed Antifa right there in your bios. We're going to investigate your shit. Because that's how it goes if people claim to be ISIS. That's exactly how it goes. People claim to be ISIS, 3-letter agency knocking on your door the next day. That's how it goes. So I don't understand why the soft-handed treatment with Antifa. If they're really, by the law declared as terrorists, what is everybody waiting for? What's up, Bob Roberts? Happy freedom. Drob, did you see the dude spray mace in the frog costume? Yeah. And the fan on the back of the costume. I did see that. People were saying that Fed boy deserves attempted murder charges for trying to suffocate the person inside the costume. Like, what? You ain't gonna die from the mace. Like, I don't care if it's bear mace. You ain't gonna die from it. It's a non-lethal for a reason. Like, yeah, he might have had mace blown all inside of his costume, but I don't think he was gonna die from it. Hair Juicer Reaper Pepper should be there on Thursday. I'll eat one if you do on voice chat. That's what we're gonna do, Hair Juicer. That's what we're gonna do next Friday. I guess we're eating Reaper Peppers in the voice chat. You guys gonna have to get yourselves a membership for jeffmaclive.com so you can join us in the membership, because I think we're gonna be sweating and puking next Friday. Major nothing in Texas is walking distance. I believe that. Stoner, I love that. I love everything about that. I envy you so much, Stoner. Plus Crack, oh man, I want a wonton. What is a wonton? Is that what the crab ragoons are? I can't remember what a wonton is. I just love all Chinese food. As long as they don't have eyes and shit. I don't like squid and all that kind of stuff. It freaks me out. That stuff freaks me out. Just a little bit. Teasel Chemical Warfare. So sweet. Mm-hmm. Plastic Crack, the ragoons. Yeah. I guess that's a American food. I heard orange chicken and crab ragoons is American Chinese food. That they don't actually do that in China, which is fine. I don't care what they do in China, but it's good. It's good stuff. Either way, moving forward here, and as you guys probably heard, Google just told me my steak's done. Pretty excited about that. Can't wait for steak tacos. I hope it turns out good. Either way, we're going to get into the fun stuff here. Like I said, we're going to open today's door of the Advent calendar sent by Beck Frank, and we got our 2 funny videos of the day. But first, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what we get today from the Advent calendar sent by Beck Frank. Today is day 23, I think. I believe. Let me see. This is 22. Like that Rick Ross song. 23. So today is 24. Which door is 24? Am I not seeing? I found 25. Wow, tomorrow's gonna be the last day of the Advent calendar, and I'm thinking about it for Free Speech Saturday. I found it. 24. What is it? Come on. I don't want to tear you up. Let me have it. Give me the thing. It's fighting me. Give me the thing. It's a little booklet. I'll try and put this back together now that I messed it up. There we go. What did we get? It's a little Skyrim diary. It's got little pages, so I can write how you hooligans are always hurting my little feelings and stuff. Just put my feelings on the pages. Yes, very nice. Thank you so much, Beck Frank. Really appreciate you. Holy, I'm gonna leave it blank. I have to figure out how to send this stuff to Beck Frank. She can use the journal for her feelings. Either way, let's get into these funny videos here. Oh, I saw a girl in a skirt and I got confused on what we were watching for a second there. I was like, hold up, what is this? This first video is provided by Tiger Jaw. It's titled Baby Couldn't Believe It.
You got this.
Yes. Baby's howling. Mm-hmm. It's a good baby. All right, let's get this pulled up. This next one's from Stoner. I love this. Let me see really quick. I get cat hair on my face. I didn't hold the cat. Like, how does that work? All right. This one was provided by Stoner and it's titled, You've Been Betrayed, Young Man. That is so funny, the screaming at the end. You have been betrayed. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm going to grab this Linktree link really quick. I'm going to drop it in all the chats. We're going to read through and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. It's so funny. Kid's like, yeah, let's do it. Dad's like, yeah, go over there and do this. He's like, all right. Watch this. Oh no. Dad's like, ha 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 ha, closing the door. That's too bad. That is too bad. There is the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. Like I've been saying, if you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. And like I was saying, if you get yourself a paid membership, you can join us in the voice chats because you'll have access to the messaging system where we do the voice chat, and it is a lot of fun. We're there all night most of the time, laughing, researching things, looking stuff up, listening to music, watching videos, lots of talking, lots of laughing. Definitely go get yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com so you can join us in the voice chat later today. Like I said, we're going to read through. We got the pledge coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Thanks for being here, Get Some. Hopefully we'll see you in the voice chat. Russell, damn hellfire is coming in on that kid. Yeah, he found out today. Turbo, I'm just here for the accent. Mm-hmm. Turbo, ain't she supposed to be back soon? I don't know when she's supposed to come back from her trip. She posted in the forums earlier today. I haven't had a chance to look it up, though. God, gonna be picking up Reaper Peppers on Thursday. Get some from the heart. I love that. Russell, we never like get some anyway. Hooligans crack me up. Told the carrot, you can run, but you can't hide, little man. Yeah, he found out a lesson today. Picture dead hot mom. She did kind of look like a hot mom. She had all the cake, and it wasn't even my birthday. Lone Wolf the scream. I know that's what sets me off. Little boy screaming. Cass off work. Glad to hear it. Told the carrot, old joke. What meat do priests eat on Fridays? None. That's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, thank you for being here, Patriot Dad. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to tell you, hooligans, tomorrow's Free Speech Saturday, so don't forget. No YouTube, no Twitch tomorrow, because we ain't got time for those community guidelines on Free Speech Saturday. So check the video description tomorrow if you need to find your way to a better platform, because the Linktree link is in the video description on all platforms. So you know where to go. We'll be live, Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X tomorrow for Free Speech Saturday. I appreciate you, Mr. Lynn. What's up, Spank? Happy Freedom? Frog got his ass blasted. Yeah, they do that out in Portland. Big fans, from what I understand. All right, hooligans. It is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing, so it is time to raid out over on Rumble. Let's see who's live today. We've had the whole week ahead of us. I'm going to have to try and remember who we've raided and who we haven't. Well, let's see. Did we do Misfit yesterday? Have we done Wilkie this week? I can't remember if we did Wilkie on Monday or not. Because I know we just did Misfit and we did Rotella. And that seems to be everybody that's live right now, which is weird. Well, it is only 7 o'clock. Do you guys remember if we already rated Wilkie? I can't remember if we did or if that was last week. I need to start writing this stuff down. That's what I mean when I say I can't remember things. I don't think we did Wilkie yet, Cass. Let's do Wilkie. Wilkie has been live for 2 hours. It looks like he's still running strong. What is he playing, COD? I think so. I think so. So let's do this. Do. All right, hooligans. Hit that like button as soon as you land. Let's get this raid rolling.
In this glory, I'm like, what are you talking about, Elo?
He's like, oh my god. He's like, what are you doing? Like, you're not paying attention to the game. Like, his like name is all on the left side. See, I'm seeing images I've never seen before. Icons.
Hey, Jeff Mac Raid.
I didn't know Grim was in the chat.
Oh my god.
We got the who? Oh,
Jeff Mac Raid.
The Hooligans! Yes, dude. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Hold on. Come on, everybody get into it. Yeah. Woo! Yes, Mr. Jeff Mack, welcome in. Everybody, welcome in. Thank you so much. Make sure everybody's smashing that like button. Make sure everybody's just chilling. Happy Friday. How's all of y'all doing? We're over here doing a challenge proposed by Grim Hollywood. A high kill challenge on this Black Ops 7 beta. Needless to say, I think I got a high score in there somewhere.
Happy freedom, Jeff.
Happy freedom, everybody!
Yeah,
happy government shutdown.
It's a lot.
What are you talking about, Grim?
Wait, what? Wait, what? Did you set a fire emoji? Wait.
Oh, look at X! Look at X! It's a high kill challenge, baby. I just posted it up on X, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. 93 kills is the record.
It's a thank you, sir. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Welcome in. 93 is the new high score to beat.
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Well, they seem like they're having a pretty great time over there, hanging out with Grim Hollywood. Very cool. Grim's an official hooligan. He's been in and out of the chat lots over the last couple weeks. Those guys are a lot of fun. All right, we're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. Like I said, tomorrow is Free Speech Saturday, so no YouTube, no Twitch tomorrow, but we will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X. You can always use the video description, the link tree in the video description in order to make your way to a better platform. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble talking, but keep that in mind tomorrow because it's Free Speech Saturday. And like I said, if you get yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com, you can join us in the voice chat here in a couple hours. Well, they may be rolling in the voice chat right now. I got to eat some food quick. But either way, tonight we will be in the voice chat. It's a lot of fun. So definitely consider getting yourself a paid membership for jeffmaclive.com so you can join us over in the voice chat. Like I said, we're reading through and we're wrapping her up. Thanks for being here, Matt Rogers. Thank you, Tin Man. Russell, head into the voice chat. Sounds good. I'll be in there right after I'm done eating. Cass, this week flew by. Yeah, I agree. Thanks for being here, MU. Thank you, Stern. Thank you, Tony Rich. Thank you, Teasel. Thanks for being here. No worries, Turbo. We'll be there. Thank you, Zero. All right, hooligans. It looks like we are good to go. Let me see. Yep, I think so. I think we're good to go. Like I said, we are wrapping this up, but we'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I really appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. Go out there and enjoy your day. If I don't see you tomorrow, enjoy your weekend. Find yourself some good food, but please be safe out there. Those crazies, they're out there, and apparently they want to get us. We can't let that happen. Make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations. Join the membership programs or purchase any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.